What is up, my fellow game crawlers, and welcome to a game night with the Beshadowed. In this video I'll be playing Warframe, which is a free-to-play game. But more so I will be addressing what game night with the Beshadowed actually is, what I intend to do with it, and what you can expect from me to give to you.
Be aware, Tenno. These targets are a very high flight risk.
Game night with the Beshadowed is basically games I play that I deem not worthy of an actual playthrough or let's play because they either do not have a proper campaign or because they are not entertaining to watch as an entire campaign but rather as little bits and pieces of action. This game is a great example because other than like the tutorial and the beginning missions, it does not... Oh, explosions on my... Other than like the tutorial and the first few missions where you get to know the world and what's going on and the factions that are in it, there isn't really an actual campaign. As in, there is, but there isn't. There's no single player missions that will tell you a great story of things that you will achieve. Rather, it's a developing world that gets updated every now and again. It's a pretty big game. The support for it is tremendous, even though my friends have recently been experiencing some technical issues, which fortunately is not the case for me. But because it's so slowly developing, like sometimes there's months between chapters of things happening, like there's little events in between, but before the actual story continues. It's not really a let's play game, because I can't just make a video of the, the campaign that came out, or the mission that came out, and then not upload anything, and then suddenly release another episode. Similarly, there are a few online games that I kind of like play an evening with friends, like Guns of Icarus, Insurgency, etc. Of course, I like tons of games. There's no need to bore you with an entire list. There are an incredible amount of fun, but you know, not really as a series, more like little videos in between. And I didn't really find a place for them on this channel, so I decided to make a playlist for it, like to actually dedicate to random videos of random games. Obviously, I'll make sure to address the game I'm playing. Maybe tell a little bit about it, like I did with Warframe. So a matter of seeing how things pan out. But Game Night with the Beshadowed is basically going to be me talking about whatever, like things in real life or video games or what I really enjoy when making these videos, combined with a video game that I am playing at that very moment. Preferably with other people, like people that I'm playing a game with. Guns of Icarus is a 4-player game that I enjoy with 3 friends, which is a lot more fun because obviously you can talk to each other and you kind of know what to expect from one another. Whereas with random people, it's always a bit, you know, seeing what you get, and you might not always be pleased, and sometimes you might be pleasantly surprised. Anyway, if there are any videos in Game Night with the Beshadowed that are really appreciated by you guys, the viewers, there is a decent chance that I will opt to do a playthrough or at least a series with more content on the game anyway. Whether it is suitable for that or not, I'm pretty sure I can figure a way out. I mean, be it random missions with friends on Warframe, or you know, random skirmishes in Guns of Icarus, or what for some people might count as a campaign. I can work around a lot of things, and you know, I'm not too bothered about it. Yeah, so that's kind of what I'm doing right now as well, before this guy gets away. I've heard from Dakar that he's tempted to do something similar, and if that's the case, you can at least expect a lot of videos of us together, because as the playlist currently might, you know, show you, we play quite similar games. Like Fallout is one of my favorite game series,
enemy sensor.
And he's playing it at the moment, but basically because he beat me to it, and because he's got such a unique play style in game. Whereas I'm more like I play lawful good, just like everyone else, and I try to complete all the missions just like anyone else, and all that sort of stuff. Whereas he does not do that. But so yeah, us playing games together, me playing games with my friends, a lot of different games. Like if you have suggestions of games that I should try, definitely do leave them in the comments, because I'm always up for exploring new games. Like the indie games I've been playing on my channel, I love them. Like I'm always pleasantly surprised, because you never really know what to expect, and that way you always kind of have low expectations of the game. At least I do, just to be on the safe side. And I'm 9 out of 10 times I'm always pleasantly surprised. So that's something. As for vlogs, I'm tempted to try to do this with vlogs as well. Just kind of play a game that I can play in the background and see if I can actually just get my point across while I give you guys something entertaining to watch. But for now, this is Warframe. Like Warframe is a free-to-play game, and even though it's a free-to-play game, it is pretty big. Like you get your own hub, your spaceship, liaison, I believe they call it. I'm not quite sure what to pronounce it. Let me just grab my Prime stuff actually, to look as badass as I can, because my weapon is kind of matching this outfit. I have been playing this game quite a lot, but I'm not like super good at it. I've seen people do stuff that I'm, not even comfortable trying. But there's always people better than me, and there's always people that are worse than me. That's just kind of the balance of the gaming world. It features a lot of worlds that have their own quest areas or tile sets officially. And that drop different resources. It's basically just a grinding game. It's quite popular, it's quite big, there's a lot of videos of it, and there's a really good Reddit community for it, and they know there is a good community for it. They feature to those people. Like when there's a hot patch or a hot fix, they will give out like patch notes and a warning that the servers will be being reset. But instead of giving some bland, one of 13 in a dozen message of we're gonna patch this and this, we hope you enjoy our game, blah blah, they have the famous red text. They'll always try to make a funny remark, and just, if you're really interested in knowing what I'm talking about, I think the only way to get across what I mean is to look it up for yourself. There's a few people on Reddit that make sure that these get recorded or archived, how you want to call it, so that you can all watch them back. It's like sometimes you're a bit annoyed that you were doing a mission, that after you can finish that mission, because that's one other really good thing about this game, you can finish a mission while they patch and roll out a new version. Because it would be shit if you got kicked out, let's be honest. You don't want to restart your game because you might lose a party of people that you've met and find really good or whatever. The red notes are always a thing that can make me chuckle, and I guess it just takes away from the nuisance of having to change versions. Or maybe I'm just, a bit sour about people supporting their games. In Warframe you've got a lot of missions and things you can do, like there's always going to be events that you can finish for certain rewards. In essence it's a grinding game, you need to gather materials to craft stuff, and with the crafted stuff you can then gather more materials to craft more stuff. There's a bit of a leveling thing, like when you just start the game you won't be outfitted like most of the other players, but it is very easy to reach like the minimum stage in which you can just compete and play with other people without being like slowing them down or not competing in regards to efficiency in their team. It is a bit of a stat game. It gives you a lot of ways to optimize a build. There will always be builds that are better than other builds, but there's also a lot of people that want to help you build the build you want, or share their build so that you don't have to cock about with all the different options you have. I'm currently playing by myself, mostly because I don't want people doing silly stuff like finishing missions before I'm finished or rush ahead while I'm trying to concentrate on both playing this game and talking to you guys. So, but it is you can play it with groups of up to 4 people. Depending on the difficulty of the missions, I would suggest bringing either 4 people in total or none whatsoever. I mean, for me, it is quite enjoyable to play the somewhat easier missions. Like this is a super easy mission for me. By myself, just to kind of, you know, play the game while I wait for friends to come online. Or I like to get 3 people in my group and do the really difficult missions for very good rewards. It's like, for me, it doesn't really matter how many friends are online, but it's just nice to be talking to someone on Skype or TeamSpeak. As for the game, it doesn't really matter. Like, it caters to all kinds of different gamers, like people that know a lot of people, people that want to kind of solo roam. Then again, like, there's a stealth aspect in this game that's not often seen because it's, you know, you need to have a bit of patience to play this game in a stealth fashion. I can say that that is mostly enjoyed by yourself, because it's not nice if people kind of startle everyone and cock it up for you without you giving the opportunity to cock it up yourself. So yeah. What else is there to say? Well, I am playing the Banshee frame. As you can see at the top right, my companion is the carrier. It is still wearing its default shotgun because I got it recently and it's still leveling up. My primary weapon is the Latron Prime, which is an insanely strong weapon, which is a bit unfortunate because it was the first gun I picked up, and ever since I have difficulty trying to pick up other guns because they're just not as effective as this one. It's not the best gun though. There's better CQ, stronger primaries in the game, definitely. I skipped an enemy. Those are dogs. Pew 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 pew. The Banshee frame is a sound frame. It uses sound in a lot of different fashions. This was the silence which kind of stunned them. You can also use your sonar to see. Nope.
All targets eliminated.
Well, officially you could see their weak spots. I think that dog showed its weak spot. Yeah, see the yellow part? You shoot it, you do extra damage. And the all-time favorite, it's quite well known by the community, and there's a lot of different takes on how to use this ability to the fullest. I personally made a duration build because I like the stun it does on creatures. Oops. Saved it. And that's this. Dubstep. So yeah. I know for a fact that Dakar plays this game, and Chester has played this game. Don't think he'll be returning to it though, but, you know, wouldn't rule anything out.
Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
Did I get syndicate standings? Oh, so I did. Fun, fun, fun. This is basically the reward with the materials that you use to craft items. Good. I'll quickly show you the intricate build system, how you can optimize the statistics you take with you. It's enormous, so I won't really go in depth on it, but it's amazing. I have here 1 aura and 8 mods installed. On the bottom bar you can see all the different mods that I could put into my frame but haven't because of one reason or another. Yeah, there's quite a few, and it's basically the exact same for the primary weapon. And I'm like a person that doesn't have a lot of mods. Like there's people that have got tons more. So yeah, this is Warframe. If you haven't played it yet, I do suggest you try it. If it's not your game, you can just drop it as soon as you want. If it is your game, you're gonna have a lot of fun about it. One thing that might be burning on your mind is, well, it's a free-to-play game, so that basically means, you know, microtransactions. Or they're gonna get money off of me one way or another, right? I mean, that's basically how games work. There is like not really microtransactions, but actual proper purchases. You can get platinum, which is an in-game currency that you can only acquire by buying it or trading it from players. Like you can trade rare materials or mods. With materials I mean like blueprints for weapons or warframes with people to get platinum, or you can buy it yourself. With the platinum you can buy things that you can or could acquire in game, but don't want to. Like it's a grinding game, so it obviously takes time to get stuff. So if you're not really wanting to, you know, invest a lot of time in getting a frame, it might be easier to just buy it with platinum or aesthetics, cosmetics that you want to change on your warframe. You can basically buy them with platinum. There are certain events where you can get them, but they don't occur very often. So you see that people generally just buy them. The fun thing is, if you want to be good at this game and want to be like effective and be able to enjoy it, you do not have to buy platinum. You can enjoy this game for free. I personally have not spent any money on this game yet, but a friend of mine did for me, so I'm kind of like, you know, I'm biased. Like I didn't have to actually purchase anything and I'm still enjoying it, but I rest assured there's plenty of people in this game that enjoy it without investing money, so don't let that stop you. It looks surprisingly good as well for a free-to-play game. Like I'm afraid my computer with my recording equipment cannot get across how good it looks, but it is amazing. Like for a free-to-play game, they've really outdone themselves. Anyway, I think this is where I'm going to end my first game night. I've been TheBeshadowed. I've been playing Warframe. Merry Christmas. If I don't see you in one of my next videos, a Happy New Year. And I wish you a lovely evening.